This war is a war of existence. Museveni continues to strengthen himself. If you look at his campaign, all of us collectively are competing against the state of Uganda. They have deployed the state of Uganda. Just about 4 days ago, there was a rumor that Museveni is going to visit Kasokoso in my constituency. Security, which now works with criminals, called the ghetto boys, sat immediately and said the president will be very angry looking at Semuju's posters. So they have removed all of them. Say that Museveni, an impression is created that Kasokoso now is for Museveni. And they did not remove only Semuju's poster, even the one of NUP and others were also removed. So we have been profiled as the enemy of Museveni, the enemy of the state, collectively.
Uganda has come out to reveal that whenever General Museveni goes in a certain place, posters of different political players from the opposition are torn down. And I think he's telling the truth. When we are heading towards the 2016 election, I was at the university, I think. We had a football match around in Busoga. I reached a place where I was seeing only the NRM posters and Museveni posters. Okay? So I asked people in the village, they told me that they used to, it came one morning that they couldn't see other opposition MPs posters because General Museveni was going to come in 2 days. And I think this is right. Okay, under our law, anyone who pulls down a poster of any person faces charges in court. But it only applies to the opposition. NRM gangsters do this. So in this episode, I've come to talk about Honorable Samjungan's statements of pulling down posters of the opposition, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, we are not under democracy because General Museveni speaks as if you're under democracy, but truth is, he's a dictator who disregards the law, who disregards the constitution, who prevents other competitors from doing their duty as supposed to be in multipartism. Uganda came out to reveal that his posters were torn down together with other opposition politicians when General Museveni was visiting the constituency. And this is what they normally do. When General Museveni is going to come in an area, RDC's policemen, NRM goons pull down each and every poster to create an impression of General Kaguta Museveni that is the only one. This is how they lie to the old man. And I think he goes home happy knowing that he's the only contender. In fact, before I proceed, let me play a tape of Honorable Uganda saying this. Here's the tape.
There are people who have made it their business that every day they must be quarreling with the National Unity Platform. There are also people in the National Unity Platform who has made it their business that every day they must be insulting VSJ, Semuju and others. Those people exist. We don't want to be part of that group. We are leaders. If you are insulted by a supporter in NUP who lives in Masaka and you are a leader and then you become angry, if NUP has made mistakes, it is our duty to go and sit with them and point out those mistakes. And I invite them to do the same. If there are mistakes we have done, they should come and tell us, here you have made mistakes. Because all of us collectively are at war. This war is a war of existence. Museveni continues to strengthen himself. If you look at his campaign, all of us collectively are competing against the state of Uganda. They have deployed the state of Uganda. Just about 4 days ago, there was a rumor that Museveni is going to visit Kasokoso in my constituency. Security, which now works with criminals, called the Ghetto Boys sat immediately and said the president will be very angry looking at Semuju's posters. So they have removed all of them. Say that Museveni, an impression is created that Kasokoso now is for Museveni. And they did not remove only Semuju's poster, even the one of NUP and others were also removed. So we have been profiled as the enemy of Museveni, the enemy of the state, collectively.
That is Honorable Sam Junganda. So it is true. Even here in media, we see people putting down people power posters. And those people are NRM, gateway structures headed by General Damulira, and nothing happens to them. Okay, so it is true that opposition posters across the country are torn down whenever General Museveni goes to visit the area in a pretense to show him that he enjoys a lot of support, and this creates anarchy. There is a talk show on TV where the minister Kasoro came out to say that the people who were beating up people, they are from the opposition. You remember that saga when General Museveni was going to nominate in the NRM. People wearing NRM uniforms went on the streets to steal people's property, and the NRM ministers came out to say that they were from the opposition. If a minister cannot tell the truth so that the problem can be solved, what do you expect? In fact, another NRM Namiaro told them that those were NRM supporters stealing people. Whenever you tell the leader a lie, the solution will not be gotten. So for me, General Museveni is being fed lies, but also to castrate the opposition from implementing and organizing. How can you tear down posters of potential leaders? And this happens. It has never happened here in Makinde East in the previous election. I think in 2017, because I also reside here. Whenever General Museveni would come, you couldn't see any opposition poster on the road. They are removed in the night. Because of what? Because of politics. So those are bad manners. But of course, opposition should also, and this is the how money is also needed in politics. That's why Bobi Wine started a fundraising drive. Because if they tear down your posters, you must put up new ones. In fact, if I was nearing to say that you should also pull down theirs, but the NRM would then implement the law to jail you. Yet, they cannot jail those people who tear down opposition posters. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make us by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Yes, Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.
kusaba kimuze mpalana bulungi abampalana bulungi nange benjagala obulungi.
Sigadde nze Mr. Makindi Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali kantu ene guno omukisa okubategeeza mbu ngenda kwesimba okuwa MP Makindi East 2026 nesimbawo luli era nkomawo bataata bamaama basenga bajjajja okubasaba akalulu. Makindi East ediridde nnyo emabega okumala emyaka 2 okuva omugenzi Sebana we yagenda. Yensonga lwaki buli mukulembeze ajja tumuwayo ekisanja kimu kubanga tukola ensobi. Abakulembeze ba Makindi East okumala emyaka 15 buli we barankinga abakulembeze abakozi b'omu parliament abatakyasinze kwogera babeera mu 2 abasemba. Ebyo bintu birina okwogerwa. Twetaaga omukulembeze ng'alina obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Twetaaga omukulembeze nga fighter si bano bajooka. Bw'obanga ogenda saabalira ku mazzi ne baleeta eryato ly'ebbumba ne baleeta ne speed boat tosobola kukwata lyato lya bbumba ogenda osaabale kubanga lijja kunywa amazzi obbire bassebo ne bannyabo. Oba olina kulondawo speed boat efubutuka kaweewo ekusomese mangu. Nze Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali nze speed boat bannaye munonde muninnye nsooke mbasaabaze ku speed ey'ekizungirizi. Eddoboozi lyaffe libadde teriwulirwa kyekiseera mu 2026 mulonde nze kamwa kwogera Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali alina eddoboozi eryamwanguka ajoyimirira ku palamenti ayanje ensonga mu beesimbyewo bonna bassebo ne bannyabo teryansinga kwanja nsonga. Abaneesimbyeko bonna baneegomba olw'engeri gye njogeramu olw'engeri gye nnambika ensonga gw'oba okiwakana eno YouTube yange sooka ogiraba ogifollowing ogisharing olayo ne vidiyo eziriko engeri gye nnambika ensonga. Kuba mwaka faananyi nga ndi ku folo ya parliament nga ngamba Mr. Speaker sa wa Madam Speaker sa waliwo asobola ogaana okuwulira. So mu 2026 tetukola era ne mulundi omulala atali Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali. Musibe bulungi mweraba. Peace.
Mpalana walayi kusaba kimuze mpalana bulungi abampalana bulungi nange benjagala obulungi.